For Wednesday's lesson, we are solving real world inequality problems now. You're going to have 4 of these to do in your pod today. So let's take a look at an example. Jamal has $15 to spend at the concession stand like the snack bar. He buys nachos for $7.50 and he wants to buy some sour straws for $1.50 each. How many sour straws can Jamal purchase with the money he has? Okay, I'm going to underline this last part because this lets me know what I'm solving for. So we're going to set up a chart of what do we know and what do we need to know. This is going to help organize your information. All right, what do we know? First of all, he's got $15 to spend. Okay, does he have more than $15? No. Could he spend less than $15? Technically, yes. So, however much he buys, it needs to be less than or equal to $15, okay? Automatically, just thinking this through, I already know what my inequality sign should be, okay? So, what I mean by that is, okay, so he's obviously buying snacks. So his snacks at the concession stand, right? He has $15 to spend. The snacks need to be less than $15. They can't be greater than. He only has $15. Could he spend exactly $15? Yes, he could. So this is actually going to be the snacks, whatever he buys needs to be less than or equal to $15. Okay, I know that just by this first part. Amazing. All right, we also know that he buys nachos for $7.50. So he oops, that's not how you spell buys. Oh well. Buys $7.50. $7.50 nachos. And then he wants to buy some sour straws for $1.50 each. So the sour straws are $1.50 per, I'm going to call those SS sour straws. All right, so we know he has $15 to spend, which means the snacks he buys needs to be less than or equal to $15. He buys nachos for $7.50, and then the sour straws cost $1.50 for each one. We want to know how many sour straws can he buy. So we want to know what's the greatest amount of sour straws he can buy to stay under that $15. So we need to know the number of sour straws he can buy. And just like our example yesterday, what are we solving for? Well, the number of sour straws he can buy. Do we know how many sour straws he can buy? No, we do not. So then we assign a variable. I'm going to use S for, you guessed it, sour straws. So S represents my sour straws and the number of sour straws, actually, that he can buy. Okay, let's go back to this inequality that we've already set up. Okay, so the snacks need to be, whatever he spends on them needs to be less than or equal to $15. Well, what does he buy for snacks? Okay, well, we know that he buys nachos, right? Those nachos cost $7.50. Okay. We also know that he wants to buy sour straws. So if we were to combine the sour straws with the nachos, it needs to be less than or equal to $15. Well, when I combine those two quantities, what operation am I doing? Hopefully you're thinking addition, okay? I'm adding the cost of the nachos to the cost of the sour straws. Now, how much do the sour straws cost? So I'm just going to call these the straws. Don't be lazy, Mrs. Bullen. Set a good example. All right, the sour straws plus the nachos need to be less than or equal to $15. How much do the sour straws cost? Well, we don't know how many we're buying, but we know that each one, whoops, got cut off there. As I was saying, we don't know how many we're buying of the sour straws, so we are going to label that S because we don't know how many we're buying, but we do know that each one costs $1.50. So we would write that as $1.50 S, meaning that if we bought one sour straw, it would cost $1.50. If we bought 2 sour straws, it would cost $3. 3 sour straws would be $4.50, and so on. So we would take the cost of 1 sour straw and multiply it by S, which is trying to see how many can we buy. So our inequality is going to read $1.50 S plus our cost of nachos. That combined amount needs to be less than or equal to 15. Now this looks familiar, hopefully. We are going to be solving for S. And when we have a two-step equation or two-step inequality, we are going to undo the addition and subtraction first. So when we subtract, we get $1.50. S is, these cancel out, less than or equal to 15 minus 750 is 750. And if I'm solving for S, now I need to undo the multiplication by dividing. So divide by 150, divide by 150, these cancel out. And when I do 750 divided by, where's my calculator? Here we go. When we do 750 divided by 150, hopefully you're doing it with me, maybe you're beating me, we get 5. So that means that S is less than or equal to 5, which means that I can buy 5 sour straws or less than 5 sour straws. If I buy 5 sour straws, they cost $1.50 each, so $1.50 times 5 is $7.50 plus the cost of the nachos, which is $7.50. That comes out to a flat $15. So the most I can buy is 5. You can obviously buy less than 5 if you'd like, but our question says how many sour straws can Jamal purchase with the money that he has? Our inequality would read S is less than or equal to 5, which means, and we would write this out because it's a real world situation, Jamal can buy up to 5 sour straws. If he bought 6, then he couldn't afford to buy 6 sour straws and the nachos. That would go over $15. So that would be my final answer.